Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Mashaya coming at y'all with a quick edifying video through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. So, the article or the topic on what the purpose is that I want to go into today is going into what is the purpose of birds. And I might sound a little tired. I didn't get much rest last night, but bear with me. So it says, why we need birds far more than they need us. So it says, can you imagine a world without birds? The benefits birds bring us aren't just cultural. Birds play an essential role in the functioning of the world's ecosystems in a way that directly impacts human health, economy, and food production, as well as millions of other species. Here's how. So it says birds control pests. It might be a little extreme to say that we'd be wading knee deep in invertebrates if birds, disappeared, but maybe not that extreme. A recent study has shown that birds eat 500 million tons of insects a year. In China, 2/3 of the diet of house swift, Apis nipalensis, consists of agricultural pests, and in forests across the Americas, evening grosbeak, Hesperornis vespertina, becomes a superhero during outbreaks of spruce budworm, providing biological control worth 1,820 per square kilometer. Birds are so efficient that nest boxes have become a pest control practice throughout Europe. Birds pollinate plants. So it says, when we think pollinators, bees and butterflies flutter to mind, but bird pollinators such as hummingbirds and honeyeaters also make a big contribution, especially in high altitudes or hot climates. In South Africa, for instance, nearly a quarter of saliva species are bird pollinated. Such flowers are lacking in scent. Since birds favor sight over smell, their role as pollinators benefits us directly. Around 5% of the plants humans use for food or medicine are pollinated by birds, and when they disappear, the results can be drastic. 31 species of Hawaiian bellflowers appear to have gone extinct, along with the birds that pollinated them. 3. It says birds are nature's cleanup crew. The sight of vultures circling overhead may look foreboding, but it is both their speed of arrival, typically within an hour of death, and their thoroughness, which makes them so valuable. It could be days before other less efficient scavengers such as furrow dogs or rats arrive to pick at the remains, allowing deadly diseases such as rabies and tuberculosis to develop and spread. Over its lifetime, a single vulture provides a waste disposal service worth around 11,600. Following the collapse of Asia's vultures, India's feral dog population surged by 5.5 million, spreading rabies and leading to an estimated 47,300 human deaths. And that goes to show you the importance and the omnipotency of the Heavenly Father and how everything needs to be balanced. Because if it's all balanced, then that's when all hell break loose and disaster comes. But from reading this paragraph, it reminded me of a precept when it goes into the Heavenly Father providing a feast for the fowls. Bear with me. All right, here we go. Revelation chapter. Let me see if this is the right one. Revelation 19:17, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God, Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah. Alright, let's go to the next one. It says birds spread seeds. It says when birds travel, they take the seeds they have eaten with them and disperse them through their droppings. They bring plants back to ecosystems that have been destroyed and even carry plants across the sea to new land masses. Birds have helped to shape the plant life we see around us and around the world. In New Zealand forests, 70% of the plants have seed dispersed by birds such as Tui, Prostomadria, Novesaladia, and even greater duty is borne by Micronesian emperor pigeon, Dukulu, Oshinika. Yo, these names is crazy. It says as one of the largest birds in the Palau archipelago, it is one of the main seed dispersers across the entire island chain. I'm gonna pick one more. Let's see. Birds inspire science. Birds keep coral reefs alive. Birds transform entire landscapes. It says habitats like forests, marshes, and grasslands affect people across the whole planet, even those living hundreds of miles away. They store carbon, keep the climate stable, oxygenate the air, and transform pollutants into nutrients. But without birds, many of these ecosystems may not exist. Birds maintain the delicate balance between plant and herbivore, predator and prey. A perfect example is the salt marshes of southeastern USA, where cordgrass thrives, filtering local water and protecting the coast from sea erosion. The salt marsh periwinkle with Tatarii Orirat grazes upon cordgrass with gusto, and were it not for a predator such as oyster catchers, curlews, and plovers, these tiny snails would devour the entire marsh, leaving only mud flats. And we'll get this last one. Birds inspire science. And that word science goes into knowledge. So it says from the technology of flight to the invention of zippers modeled on the barbouls of feathers, humans have drawn inspiration from birds for centuries. Some of these advances have been huge. Darwin's studies of finches in the Galapagos proved instrumental in shaping his thoughts on evolution through natural selection. But birds play a more important role than just giving us ideas. Birds are the messengers that tell us about the health of the planet. Birds are widespread and respond quickly to changes in the environment. Because of this, they are our early warning system for pressing concerns such as climate change. And the last precept that I got to go with this article, and Salaki once again, Yasharallah, I didn't get that good of a night's sleep last night, so feeling a little drowsy. But I got Matthew chapter 6, verse 26, and it says, behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them, and are ye not much better than they? So with that, Yasharallah, I pray our brothers and sisters were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua Bahashim, Rakak Kodash. With that, Shalom.